going to be a big night when General Manager
Monday Night Raw, Kurt Angle.
Last week by Raw General Manager Kurt Angle.
Yeah, this of course infuriated Ronda and led to Rousey. McMahon would then retaliate by slapping Ronda square across the face.
The foul under Rousey, who marched to the ring to support Kurt Angle.
And just when it appeared there would be learn how to play the game, Kurt Angle then proceeded to feign a confession and offered a insincere apology. Stephanie did.
Triple H asked for things to calm down and for cooler heads to prevent leaving him out in the middle of the ring.
Get serious here for a second. Ever since I returned to WWE, Stephanie Man has taught me, as a manager, you have to do what's best for business. Triple H sucker punched me right in the face. So Triple H, I'm calling you out. And face me like a man.
It's not the COO, it's the commissioner of Monday Night Raw, Triple H's wife, Stephanie McMahon.
I think Kurt better mind his tone right now and calm down because
Calm down, Kurt, okay? Look, Triple H isn't even here yet. The truth, okay? And Kurt, let me take you on a little ride, okay? How old's your youngest?
1.
Want to buy her everything, don't you? I mean, and you're remarried here, Kurt, right? It is. So, let me just, okay, I'll give you. You won the Olympics with a broken neck. I mean, it's unbelievable. Are those accolades paying the bills right now? Raw General Manager does. Is that correct? Right. Contract signing in the history of WWE. Ronda Rousey, Triple H and I, he got even, right? Okay, so we're all on the same page now. Know your role, make the matches, and let's just put this all behind us. Ego get in the way here.
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda's smiling this week. At least she seems to be
of WWE.
You know, she told Kurt Angle that she'd love to put the past behind. That's okay.
I'll get you. Well, what you did to Kurt last week, and to realize that the people who brought me here are not who I thought they were, but I will deal with it in my own way.
Oh, it's Ronda, bully bosses. Oh, look around here. These people never know why they're doing what they're doing. They just take orders and they get it done. Sign a WWE contract, right? Oversee. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing, Ronda. I mean, be a part of WrestleMania. We're giving you your debut match on...
You're right, and thank you. I really am so grateful I choose my opponent for WrestleMania, right? Well, then, the person I want to choose...
Need like a big drum roll or something. This gets better. I'm not a member of the act.
Gonna happen. Kurt, you need to take off your Olympic medal. Is an executive of this company.
Listening to you, what you're saying.
Yeah, well, surprise, I'm here. Stephanie is a WWE executive, and she has a contract that states that. Also has a second contract as a WWE superstar. So, Stephanie, you will be facing Ronda at WrestleMania. That's not it. I told you after Survivor Series, if you ever attack me again, I'm coming for you. At WrestleMania, it's going to be Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey. Hold on. Whoa. Hey, nah.
Oh, and Triple H tried another cheap shot. And now Triple H and Kurt Angle.
Angle was ready tonight.
Kurt, he's doing it. Oh, no, Stephanie from behind. Ronda Rousey.
Look at that face.
Triple H looking for a pedigree on Kurt Angle. Oh! Triple H getting a preview of what it may be like at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle making Triple. Oh! And Rousey's not done.
Oh no!
Rousey,
Oh no!
Be Stephanie's turn to get hers.
Get out of there, boss!
Not playing. She's not playing at all. Oh God!
His faces for a reason.
I think it's going to be very...
At WrestleMania, Ronda Rousey's debut match as she teamed
Olympic Dream Team.
This is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
And gentlemen, the 2.5.
I was a little disappointed with how Nia Jax reacted 8 days ago.
After the loss,
Nia Jax.
the irresistible force going to WrestleMania, and tonight it's about survival against Nia Jax.
Curious to see if Asuka changes barely escaped with a victory.
I think we can understand why Nia was losing her.
Look out! Oh man!
Losing her.
Up in an elimination chamber. She delivers a
Nia Jax in elimination
What a
chamber
appeal.
for reasons like we just witnessed. Incredible.
Do you like Nia's chances tonight? Absolutely. I have never seen Nia look so intense and determined. And tonight is her night. I can feel it. And if you ask me, Asuka, I just hope the EMTs are on standby because Nia's not going to only end Asuka's undefeated streak.
Well, perhaps it's Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss.
Almost unable to solve Jax.
Yeah, but
in
look
the
at
past.
Asuka.
Nowhere to go.
Nia trying to do what she can to maybe power out of this situation. Asuka. On Asuka. And Asuka now try to kick Nia Jackson again. Nia stop his heart. Tremendous amount of fight and guts for this. What a right on the.
As she watches
Wait a minute. No.
The hell is her back live on Monday Night Raw, and Nia Jax continues to dominate. The Empress of Tomorrow
To hurt Asuka in any way possible. And here you just a game-changing power.
Meanwhile, cover by Asuka. Nia kicks out.
how powerful Nia is, even from her back.
And again, Nia, as we take another look at the impact of Asuka.
I certainly think if Nia Jax wants to move forward with her career as we take...
He's loving what she's seeing right now.
And Asuka burying elbows in the jaw of Nia Jax. And Asuka somehow looking around. Here, the cover on Asuka by Nia.
Nia Jax.
Exactly.
Take a look at this. Asuka planted.
Well, I think
with
what
a Samoan...
happened moving into the cover, which allowed Asuka to get her foot on the bottom rope.
It's entire...
Dominate the Empress of Tomorrow. Look at the power. The press by Nia Jax and just went for the legs. Asuka desperately rolls out of Asuka caught Nia. Armbar locked in. Middle of the ring. Nia with nowhere to go.
This is so powerful.
And Asuka looking to counter here.
Into a triangle.
Yeah, Nia trying to make it back to a pin. She put her out. But Asuka still got it locked in.
Asuka holding on for dear life. Feet.
Powers Asuka to the corner, but Asuka still yet to let go.
Jax is starting to fade.
Nia back
This
to her
is
feet again.
unreal.
Again burying Asuka off the top rope, but Asuka still has...
Nia has tried every possible way to get out of this arm.
And she finally taps out. Asuka's tapped out Nia.
Has to be said for Nia Jax once again.
And you have to wonder what's going through the...
Willing to do whatever it took to get the job done. That's what's going on in her mind right now.
Credit where it's due. Nia Jax put up a hell of a fight tonight.
This week, more of the same.
I mean, that's just a testament to how tough this woman is.
But Corey, not just the physical damage. And, after the win last week, the Bar said they had no more competition for the tag team titles. Hey, you haven't beaten us, and look at our resume. Look at all the teams we've beaten since arriving here at WrestleMania.
Their opponents, you're the Raw Tag Team Champions,
Oh, if you call your shot, you have to deliver. That's exactly what Dash and Dawson find themselves in that situation.
Cesaro and the Revival.
They're going to have to look for Sheamus and Cesaro to use their physicality. When it comes to technique in the ring, you do it better than Coach, but we'll stick with you.
Sheamus now shot to the midsection. And so forth. But what about what the Bar has accomplished over the first team than anybody right now?
You know, Cole, I completely agree with you, and I'm probably as guilty as they deserve.
And there's nobody that's not exactly what they'll have.
Yeah, but the bottom line is in here, cover, shoulders down, kick out by Sheamus.
Boy, that's what you're...
Yeah, tag again. Dawson now legal, double team by the Revival. First goes Cesaro.
If you want to say a classic mentality of cutting the ring in half.
Bar looking team champions versus the Revival. Victory for the Revival tonight will get them a tag team champ. And now Cesaro and Sheamus with a double team. Elbow to the chest by Cesaro.
Back and forth. Really beat the Revival at their own game.
Jawbreaker by Dawson.
Tag. And here comes Dash Wilder. And behind to the back.
Heated stomps from now. You talk about a mean streak. Dawson's is practically unmatched. He's getting scrappy in there right now.
I think the scrappier, the better they like it.
Revival with the tendency to target a body part, as Cesaro is now legal.
Cesaro trying sharpshooter after sharpshooter.
Oh,
Opportunity of getting to New Orleans. What about the opportunity of having the confidence to
titles? You take it more seriously than the Bar.
And Sheamus, with a high, and now Dash up on the apron, and the distraction allowed Dawson.
WrestleMania,
maybe going to Bourbon Street. Suplex. Wilder, and now legal, and Sheamus with a bro kick.
Great
equalizer. That is the Cesaro cover. The Bar with the win.
Sheamus and Cesaro.
Hey guys, say what you want, but the Bar has vanquished
and defend like they do best.
Well, the Bar always seems to be able to get it done. Unfortunately for Revival,
they plan to ensure he will be a part of WrestleMania. What is the next step in that plan? Free agent John.
Back and forth, both superstars gave it their all. But in the end, six-pack challenge this Sunday at Fastlane.
The stage is set at the SmackDown exclusive WrestleMania to defend the WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Here tonight on Monday Night Raw, talk to all of you about SmackDown. Hear what I have to say. I just suggest that maybe you listen. Why I'm here tonight. That is also why the general manager talked to you about SmackDown, because even he recognizes the importance of Fastlane. Only free agent in WWE. I understand the right to compete. You scratching your head, well, why are you here on Raw? Why don't you do this on SmackDown? See, this Sunday at Fastlane, there is a six-pack challenge for the WWE champion. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and above all else, AJ Styles will just sit by and allow me to say this Sunday at Fastlane, a record that has stood for nearly 20 years. I knew some of you wouldn't be happy about that. It's tough to talk about that even for myself. This Sunday at Fastlane, I will win. All records are made to be broken. Even WrestleMania. Smothered in criticism that I have just been handed every piece of success, that I do not earn opportunity, and was not given success. I was given a chance. And with that, it's all the adversity and opinion I have not, am not, and never will be. I win on Sunday. The critics will come from everywhere, saying I've robbed AJ Styles. No. AJ, use your rematch clause right away. And on the grandest stage of them all, threat match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Can't exactly say I expect.
I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Waterfront 1954. Leading man John Cena. Dreams of soaking in the spotlight at WrestleMania. Dream begins with me, John Cena, from going to WrestleMania. My dreams, they've never had that perfect ending story. My dreams, the dreams of Pretty Little Rain Evil. You want to go to WrestleMania and compete for the WWE title.
This many days before Fastlane?
Yeah, it might force Goldust into his WrestleMania moment as the bizarre one with another player, and he certainly earned that opportunity.
Defeat one other superstar. He's going to defeat 5 other superstars if he wants to break that illustrious record.
He's already thinking ahead. He said, hey.
Whoa. What do you think about that, Coach, right now? This is some old school Goldust.
Powers moved past that.
I think John's shaken out of whatever confusion he was in.
And Cena's got gold. Lights, camera, and action. Attitude adjustment. John Cena's story. The question is this: can John Cena make history Sunday on the WWE Network?
History is way to his 17th WWE champion.
It's a 6-pack challenge. His destiny as he heads toward the 6-pack challenge Sunday.
One-on-one with 1/3 of Absolution, God's greatest creation, Mandy Rose. And that Sasha Banks is no good.
Well, this is what you're talking about, Corey. It was last week refused to make a tag. Sasha Banks could not believe it. She couldn't believe that Bayley would eliminated from the Royal Rumble and then stabbed in the back of the Elimination Chamber by Sasha.
The refusal to tag Sasha last week was pretty surprising.
Royal Rumble was every woman for herself, and same with Elimination Chamber. It was just really hard for me to.
Bayley had to say, but I'm more excited for what's about to go down. Absolution.
Congratulations, Bayley. She finally grew a backbone. A big girl now. Nothing cares about you. There is strength in numbers, Bayley. And if you had backup, and if you have no one.
Versus Bayley one-on-one. And perhaps some
hard to come by in WWE unless you're a part of Absolution. Mandy Rose, Sonya.
Even though we didn't hear the explanation from Bayley, it looked like there was some serious inner turmoil
from the Rumble match, and also stabbed her in the back of the Elimination Chamber.
It's incredible athleticism from Mandy Rose going on in her mind. You could see it in her eyes, and Mandy Rose looking to capitalize.
And when your mind isn't right, when your mind
focused on anything else in the universe.
And look at this, Mandy Rose looking to take control of Bayley, who's constantly bragging about all the different fitness covers and be a champion.
Well, I'm trying to remember the last time that we had 2 women. I'm talking about Sonya Deville as well. That's in the WWE.
Yeah, discount the impact that Paige has made on the career
group. Bayley in control live on Raw. Those of Absolution in control. The former Raw Women's Champion Bayley been an impressive.
Deep into her arsenal, attempting to dethrone.
Feeling that it's almost a 3-on-1, even though it technically is.
Mandy Rose.
Power of Mandy Rose.
Vertical suplex to Bayley.
And the Bayley's head covered here.
Covered by Rose. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 2. More than double her body weight. Very powerful young lady. And look at now as Bayley shoulders down here. Mandy rolled through.
Inside cradle.
Is it enough to put her?
Talked about his head.
Running knee by
biggest win of her career.
Watch this.
Take a look at this.
Boom. Cover again and a kick out at 2.
I'm just amazed.
And again, Mandy looking to do again to Bayley what she did during the commercial break. Oh, now hanging Mandy up on the second row.
Fight anymore.
Corey, you can see how much that knee to the right shoulder really affected Bayley.
Bayley's got a history.
Get out of that buckle, Bayley. Get out of there.
They're fired up tonight. Over the side suplex to Mandy. There's Sonya trying to provide distraction from the apron. Bayley with the Elbow. And he scoops her up. Bailey, though.
Oh, good reverse.
Oh, gator roll.
Shoulders down. Isn't it up? Bailey got her. Oh, assaulting Bailey. 2-on-1 attack. Sonya.
Presence felt.
And here comes Sasha Banks.
Oh, she's going to join the...
Sasha going right after Absolution.
Oh, could not have been any better. Bailey hardly looks like a woman who just won.
Good for you, Bailey.
Not sure Sasha
Banks.
Everything I say, I have one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Symphony of Destruction match. And I love symphonies. No surprise to all you that guitar is not the only instrument I mastered. Not a one-trick pony, no. I can do... be the monster among men, but Strowman is about to find out what the entire world will find out. Or I said WWE stands for. It'll be the last one you hear before you walk with Elias. Hold your applause and shut your mouth. I'm out here again, getting ready for brawl, getting ready for a fight. The Brewers and Bucks. One thing I learned about Milwaukee, can't stand a single one of you. I'm afraid of you. I ain't afraid of the monster among. I get in this ring, I would like a proper introduction.
Gentlemen, Elias.
No, oh, there we go.
Where's he going?
He's running away from Braun Strowman.
From a Symphony of Destruction match.
Incredible performance, though, by guitar as Elias is on. Well, you're right, Corey. Elias
He's running away. I know I'm planning a clever escape. I'll give credit where it's due. This is a smart one.
Two.
Oh my God!
Braun Strowman just stopped the car. He got
in the car, tried to back out of the parking lot, and Strowman was holding the car in the air.
You really don't say that Braun Strowman.
Look, Coach, look! Elias! Strowman stalking Elias. And the match started, I believe the bell just falls count anywhere.
Yeah, I'm on a roll right now. This could be reckoning day for Elias.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my man! And of consequences.
Elias, not a good night.
Oh, this is spectacular. Oh no!
He's tried this before and again. Guitar across the back. And Strowman's down. And Elias. Wow! Monsters in trouble. Taking it to Strowman.
Oh no!
Yeah, but there's the power. Oh, what a right!
Then you're in danger of this happening.
Oh my God, Coach, get out of there! Coach, get out of there!
Now get in there, Coach, get in there!
Oh my God, no! Oh, and Elias just raked the eyes of Strowman. Well, there goes Elias down.
Pain is Braun's business, and business is good in Milwaukee.
The world!
That is a big old base. And Elias,
yeah.
He's like a real-life Phantom of the Opera.
It needs work, but hey. What? Oh, wait a minute.
No! Oh, my God! Yeah! He's going to cover Elias. Falls count anywhere.
Elias has been crushed.
Yeah, he continues to prove that you put him in these situations.
I told you I'd get you!
Good. Maybe next time he'll park behind the building.
Look at this. Unbelievable. Oh, my. Right across the... He crushed him. He absolutely crushed him.
Loves this entire arena, this entire atmosphere.
Well, listen, at least he can make a benefit to society here in Milwaukee. Throw him in a grinder, make him into bratwurst. I'm so happy. I'm elated right now. Came out here and he poked the monster and he poked the monster and he tried to run away and he got his just dues at that.
The Oscars of last night, the Mizzies do things right. The Mizzies recognize true greatness, not acclaimed movie. The real darkest hour is the fact that The Shape of Water won Best Picture.
Jason Jordan.
Go!
Finn Balor for Universal Champion and holding the title for less than 24 hours.
Who do you think it should be? It's a tie! Seth Rollins and Finn Balor! Weren't invited tonight.
The nominees for Worst Decision by...
Hit the music and play you off because you're dragging, man. Deal, that's 2 weeks in a row now. You come out, you're following me around or something. What's the deal, huh? One better than both of you. Do you have any idea why last week Kurt Angle said that my lose? Nobody makes losing look better than you. Absolutely nothing. But you two think you're so special because last week you beat me too at a disadvantage. I challenge both of you against the three of us right here, right now. If that's what it takes to shut you up, you're on, pal.
Both believe they deserve an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, perhaps at WrestleMania.
And I think you get confident.
And from behind. Wow. And again, numbers game in a handicap match.
You got to imagine the Miz and the Miz to
used of anything, especially dragging.
Let's take another look back at this beautiful kick right on the money from the Miz. He won an Oscar.
Biaxial kick out at 2.
So maybe unstoppable tonight.
And you know, Miz, listen, he's the guy who's going with Miz on that point.
What about this point? He keeps saying 55 days away from breaking the record.
Man!
Successful in order to break the all-time record.
And there's Bo Dallas very aggressive. And to your point earlier, Corey, Dallas and
you got the Miz on the apron feeding Rollins verbally.
Wants to get in this match, but there's nothing he can do because of Mr. On just keeping.
Yeah.
Oh, right across.
Rollins tag. Here comes Finn Balor.
You gotta wonder, despite working so well together, Rollins was getting beat up pretty well by the Miztourage.
Irish whip across the ring and a chop again. One thing Miz did say is true. First ever Universal Champion. Hey, and Axel lying in wait. And then Dallas tag.
Balor certainly tagged Axel with that overhead kick. You can see the Architect about 15.
Miz legal as well. Rollins off the top rope. Takes out the Intercontinental last week.
Pretty clear that is 100.
Insane runs of his career in the last few weeks. Looking to get a big payoff.
Floats through off the suplex. Turns it into a Falcon Arrow.
What are you talking about, Coach? It's about what you do in the ring week after week. Night. Bang!
Kick right to the jaw. Miz may be out. Again, another cover. This time.
Rollins full head of steam.
Suicide dive.
Look to capitalize, but takes the ride as well. Finn Balor.
Seth Rollins is rolling.
I'm going to include Rollins in this. Balor's the one that tagged himself.
Work to be done.
And Balor launches himself over the top rope.
And so is the Miz. Intercontinental Champion.
Tagged by Rollins. And now Seth with the stop to Miz. Rollins the cover and the win.
Finn has no reason to be upset. Just a little bit of payback from the Kingslayer. The fact is,
I already have my match at WrestleMania, but it's time to announce yours. You won't be competing against Finn Balor. be competing against both of them in a triple threat match. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
The Intercontinental Championship in 5 weeks at WrestleMania. But folks,
my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate. I am here tonight to deliver a message on behalf of my client, to put my hands on that title. And after Brock left that Universal title on April 8th at WrestleMania, lay this title down in the ring again. This week, Roman Reigns came out here and had a lot to say. Brock Lesnar goes to what? Hey, Roman, what's the biggest victory of your career? When you defeated The Undertaker. And Brock, nobody made that statement. You know why? Because if they did make that statement, it's The Undertaker 365 days a year. Not taking this title away from Brock Lesnar. Title to challenge for, because this one belongs to Brock. Last week, Roman Reigns came out here and he called Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar's bitch. Reigns, you want to be the Universal Champion? This is your bloodline. And this bloodline is yours to keep. He's wanted to be number one. So let me spell this one out for you. It's not a strap. That's not a prop. Look at your children and say, your father is head and shoulders above all. What this title means, because Roman Reigns is how bad the title wants you. Phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning and they tell you you need to come home. You can't. You can't. Well, you can't take a red-eye jet home to your family because the next night is maybe, just maybe, if you're not needed on SmackDown, then and only if you want to be the Universal Champion like Brock Lesnar, you know that title needs you more. Roman Reigns, next week, right here on Raw in Detroit. I don't want to shoot on the mic with Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar.
Wait a minute. Roman Reigns.
This is what I'm talking about. What does Brock do? I thought he'd show up and be a man about this, but what does he do? Brock really is a bitch, isn't he? They aren't asking for much. All they're asking is that their champion shows up to work. I'm gonna keep this real simple, Paul. You said Brock is gonna be in Detroit next week for Raw. Do whatever he wants to my face. But you just make sure that he doesn't come dressed for a promo segment.
Next week in Detroit, the Beast Brock Lesnar.